Welcome to the Bug community. Bharat Udyog Gaurav. We have yet another segment. This is going to get divided into two episodes. This is episode 1 for Argentina, where we invite Maria Virginia Yapur, the Deputy Consulate General of Argentina, and she's going to talk to us a lot about tourism. Yes, delight us for the tourism in Argentina.
First of all, thanks a lot for the invitation. As you invite us to come here, we would kindly invite everyone, and especially the Indian tourists, to visit Argentina. We always face the question that why should I go to Argentina?
Hmm.
Because it's very far away. I don't know how can I get the connection.
Right.
And we always also face the issue on why traveling so far away. Well, our simple reply is that because it is very worthy. We want the people to not just travel and meet our lovely country, but also to have the experience,
Okay.
to meet the culture, to meet our people, to get a good taste of our cuisine, to taste our wines, and of course, to try our national infusion, which I invite you. It's,
Right.
our national infusion, which is the yerba mate.
Mhm.
Because everybody asks us, but I have to travel a lot. Do you know how long does it take to go to Argentina? How far away we are?
How far away are we?
Yeah,
Very
we are,
far.
we are more than almost 16,000 kilometers,
Wow.
and it can take more than 24 hours.
Mhm.
But even though it's such an experience, Argentina is a very large country, just like India. India is the seventh largest country in the world. And imagine which one is the eighth, Argentina.
Wow. Commendable.
So it is quite an experience to go from the north to the south. We have not only different landscapes, but we also have different geographies. We have the richness of our culture. And as I told you, the experience is to go and experience the adventure, to go and see the endless options that the country refers. So we kindly invite everyone to visit.
You have a longer coastline as well.
Yes. Yes. Well, actually, Argentina, talking about geography, we have everything. We have coastal cities. We have the mountains, the Andes Mountains, where we have the Aconcagua, which is one of the highest peaks. It's the highest in the America. And also it's one of the seven world summits. We also have in the Litoral the falls. Actually, the country is divided into 6 tourism regions. In the Litoral, we have the Iguazu Falls, which is very well known here in India. And also we have another landmark in Patagonia in the south, which is the Glaciar Perito Moreno in Los Glaciares National Park.
How different is the culture in the northern side of Argentina to the southern side?
Well, Argentina is a country that was made by immigrants,
Hmm.
but we have a very rich cultural aspect. And the country is very different. For example, we have a lot of tourists that they just go to Argentina to experience the cultural views.
Right.
For example, attending to the theaters, going to the restaurants and checking on our cuisine, tasting our wines. For example, everybody thinks that we only have wines in the Cusco region, which is, of course, Mendoza, which is one of our major wine producers, and San Juan. But also,
And I believe one of the oldest as well, right?
yes, we have the Malbec wine there. It's the red wine. But
Right.
if you go up to the north, we also have the Torrontés, which is the white wine. It has a feature that the wineries and the vineyards are up to 6,000 meters above the sea level.
Wow.
And also we have experiences and mixing it with the culture. We have, for example, a train, which is called a train to the clouds.
A train to the
To
cloud.
the clouds.
Wow. Could
Which
you
is-
explain further? I think it must be going through the tunnel of the mountains too.
It's in the northern region. We invite everyone to go there. Even they can get the tickets online. It is one of the highest trains in the world, and it even passes through some towns with a very particular, unknown culture, which is very interesting.
Very heavenly experience.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's good to know. What about Argentina and the youngsters? How is the youth there? I hear a lot about music, a lot about festivals.
Well, we have a lot of festivals. We have film festivals. We have tango festivals. We know that here in India, there's a large tango community, which we are very glad on that. And of course, whenever we can, we promote. And we have the festival and the tango championship. As I told you, we have the film international festival. We also have our festivals. That is, for example, the Carnaval. We also have a local festival which is called the Pachamama in the north, where the people thank the Mother Earth for all the goods that they receive.
So lovely.
Yes. And then regarding art, it's very important, not only among the youngsters, but among all the people. For example, one thing that it was very interesting for me when I arrived to Mumbai was the street art.
Mhm.
In Argentina, it's also very important. We have
So you have beautiful murals
yes,
across the
yes,
city.
yes,
Okay.
yes, and one of the largest murals in the world. Actually, it's from an Argentine um, painter that was painted by a soul artist, and it's on the Barracas neighborhood, and it is called The Return of Quinquela. You know,
Oh.
Quinquela Martin was a very famous artist.
Mm.
He used to paint the life, daily life of Nabucco neighborhood, which is a neighborhood that mixed football, tango, and the colors and the traditional culture of Argentina, actually of Buenos Aires. It's very interesting.
My heart is still I mean it skipped a beat the moment you spoke about the train which goes to the clouds, and I'm still stuck there. I'm like, whenever I get a chance, I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to fly down and experience something like this so heavenly. So we know that all of us are conserving a lot of green energy. We are moving towards that. So anything which is very natural, anything which is natural beauty, mother nature beauty, is of team importance right now, not only for India, also for Argentina, for that fact, right?
You know, one of the things that our country presents is like we don't have just products on one side of tourism. We have for everyone, for those who are traveling alone, for those who are traveling with friends, for those who are traveling with kids.
So there are solo trips, there are FITs, there are group trips.
Even mice.
Right, even mice.
Yes, yes, because we have very different locations and we present very different experiences. We even have a product that deals with the responsible and sustainable tourism, which is called Ruta Natural. In English, should be the natural route, where we present 17 different circuits where the travelers can go and have an experience of must-seen landmarks, but everything is very natural.
Do you observe a lot of traction from the Indian tourism industry towards Argentina?
Well, what we are seeing by now is that we are restarting the Indian tourism towards Argentina. We are expecting more visitors for the next year. It will grow up depending on the connectivity, because it's very true that as we are far away, we need the connectivity. You know, within Argentina, we are very well connected. Even though the country is very big, we have connections to go from the north to the south, passing from the center of the country, which is very important. And we think that the Indian tourists already know the country.
Totally.
We are working towards showing much more offering. As I told you, we have 6 touristic regions. We have very different things to do, and it's for every tourist. I mean, they can try whatever
Is
they want.
a particular season where you see a lot of influx from Indian tourism?
Well, you know, one good thing also about Argentina is that
The business month that you call.
we are, you know, it's a very different country because of the geography
Mm.
and the climates and the
Right.
climates. So, frankly speaking, it is a sort of all year round destination.
Mm.
Of course, it will depend on the region that you are going. But for the tourists, I'm sure they will always find a place to go And one thing that I think is important and we are always asked about is about the food. And it is like on the places.
Do you see Indian businesses having food segment restaurants in Argentina? Is it happening?
There are restaurants in Argentina, and we have some tourist groups that they are traveling with their own chefs. But the truth is that, Argentina is a very open country. So we have a lot of options. The options are not only on the tourism side, but also on the gastronomy. So we have veg and non-veg options. So I'm sure that the tourists they will always find an option.
So the Indian community in whole, in terms of tourists, also is benefiting. At the same time, there are businesses which are also benefiting in terms of tourism. So it is whether adventure, whether it is hospitality, whether it is restaurants. We are having Indian businesses being set up there. This is quite commendable to understand.
Yes, yes, and everybody tends to think that as we are so far away. I mean, we cannot change geography because it is
Right.
but the truth is that we have a lot of similarities. And I think that by now that we are so connected and we are getting more connected, having so much more Indian tourists visiting Argentina, we are finding even much more similarities. For example, whenever you ask me about the youngsters,
Huh.
it was also very surprising to me that a huge number of youngsters here learning Spanish.
Yes.
So we are also inviting them and welcoming them to go to Argentina to try to learn the language, but also to try to study at our universities.
That's so good.
I think it will be such an experience.
That's very educative, and we should always encourage a lot of youth to be trying out new segments in tourism as employment, or probably even educating themselves with various languages. It just opens up a lot of areas.
Absolutely, because it's like whenever someone travels. As I told you, you travel for the experience.
Yes.
Whenever someone is studying, it's exactly the same.
Right.
I mean, they are not just studying to get the knowledge of the language, but if they can get the enrichment of the culture, of getting to know the people,
Right.
that will be the added value.
That would be a
So I
great
think it will
level.
be balanced.
Right, right. So, Maria, it's been exciting, interesting to have a conversation with you to understand Argentina up close and personal in terms of how tourists could benefit, we all could benefit. Thank you so much to have you here.
Well, thanks a lot for the invitation, and we invite everybody to be Pax Heroes.